Alright, so this is a tutorial video on how to collect like terms in algebra. So you've probably already learned about solving one-step equations, but this is the middle step kind of on how to solve two-step equations, and it's called collecting like terms. So the example I've got here to start with is using symbols instead of letters, and in this case, we've got 4 diamonds, 7 hearts, 6 diamonds, and 2 hearts. So when we bring like terms or similar things together, the way that we do that in algebra is similar to if we were to simplify this and make it shorter using the symbols. So in this case, we've got 7 hearts and 2 hearts, and we've got 6 diamonds and 4 diamonds. I've just highlighted them using different colors to make it a bit easier. And if we combine these like terms together, we're going to have 10 diamonds and 7 hearts. Okay, 7 hearts. Whoa, 9 hearts. Okay, 7 plus 2 to give us 9. So this is a much shorter expression, and it makes our life a lot easier when we're trying to simplify things using algebra. Okay, so we're going to lead you through some examples, and I want you to practice them on your own. The first example is the same as the one that we just did. Instead of using diamonds and hearts and symbols, we've just replaced them with letters. So this is going to be the same answer as the one that we just had before, except using letters. So we're going to have 10D plus 9H. Okay, a much nicer version of this long expression. This is better to work with. So the first example is here. The instructions on a question might say combine like terms or simplify. So if we were to simplify this and make it a much shorter expression, all we need to do is identify pieces that have the same letter, and imagine as if the letter wasn't there, we're just combining them all together. So we're just going to do 10 minus 16 and then plus 2 in this situation because they all have a letter X on them. Okay, so 10 minus 16 is minus 6X. Okay, and then the plus 2X piece, we can show our steps if we want, or if you're quick enough to do it all as one, there's no problem. So 10 minus 16 gives me minus 6. And then we need to add 2 to that. Minus 6 plus 2 gives me minus 4x. If you're struggling with negative numbers, then you'll need to do some extra practice to see if you can revise that skill. Okay, minus 6 plus 2x gives you minus 4x. The second example. In this situation, we've got 5y plus 12z plus 2x. Each letter is different, and unless we have like terms, we can't combine things together. So in this situation, we would actually just leave it as 5y plus 12z plus 2x. There's nothing we can do to simplify this other than just leaving it as it is. All right? So if we have all different letters, it's not possible to simplify it. Okay, in the third example, we have 2 letters. We can see we've got a Y here. I'll make it red. And we've got a Y here, 4Y actually. And then we have X, X, and 7X. Okay, all addition, which is nice. Let's start by combining the Y's. We have, although it's not written, we have a 1 here. 1Y plus 4Y gives me 5Y's. And then when we combine the x's, same thing. There's a 1 here, although we don't write it, and a 1 here. We have 1x plus 7x to give me 9x. Okay. The reason I write my x like this, cursive, is because if we wrote it like this, it would look like a multiplication symbol. So we write our x's cursive, or if you like to write an x like this, 2 c's back and forth, that works also. Okay. So the answer to this one was 5y plus 9x. The fourth example, combining like terms, is now we only have one letter. We have this one here, 8 minus 8w. It's important to remember that this negative or minus sign is included with this piece. And then the 2w here. And then we have 17 and plus 10. Okay, as a different piece. It doesn't have a letter with it, so we can't combine it with the negative 8w and the 2w. But we can combine these two red pieces together because they both don't have letters. So 17 plus 10 is 27. And then minus 8 plus 2 is minus 6w. Okay, so our simplified version of this is 27 minus 6w. We can also use this when we're solving equations. It actually makes our life a little bit easier if we combine the similar things together first. If we can bring these two pieces together to become one thing, then it makes the equation a lot easier for us to solve. Right now we have 3 pieces, but if we can simplify it, it'll speed things up. So in this case, we can combine like terms first. So 7f minus 3f. 7 minus 3, because they both have the letter f, is just 4f. And then that's still going to be equal to 16. We don't change that just yet. Now, this is an equation that you should be comfortable solving. We are multiplying here. So we have to do the opposite of multiplying, which is to divide. On this side, it makes a cancellation. And we have f equals 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4. I'm going to pause and let you try this one on your own because I think it's valuable to take some time and think about it to yourself without watching me explain. And then I'll show you the correct answer. Okay, in this one we have 9r, negative 2r, and 10r. Everything has an r in it, so we have no problem combining all of these terms together. We just have to do 9 take away 2 plus 10. Okay, so 9 take away 2 is 7, plus 10 is 17. With the letter r is equal to 34. And because we have multiplication happening here between the 17 and the r, we have to do the opposite, which is to divide by 17. So r is going to be equal to 2. For our final example, 5m minus 23m equals 72. I want you to give this one a try also. And put your answer in on Edpuzzle. So 5m minus 23m gives me minus 18m, okay, which is equal to 72. We don't change this piece on the end. We just simplify the like terms here. 5 minus 23 is negative 18. And if we do division by negative 18, because there's a multiplication happening here, dividing both sides by negative 18, this is getting a lot harder than before. These two cancel out, but 72 divided by negative 18 is going to give me negative 4. So m is equal to negative 4. If you're up for a challenge, these ones involving negatives can add a little level of difficulty. So there's 3 questions to do in your notes on your own. I will check that you're able to do these, and then we can move on. Okay, so copy these ones down, put your answers in on Edpuzzle, and I'm here to help. Thanks.